Yes, good morning everyone. So hope it is loud and clear to all. And if yes, then just let me know and we can start with the class. Yes, all of you, hope it is loud and clear. All right. So, yes friends, so I'm getting the green signals from your side. Okay. So everybody, yesterday what we have studied? Yesterday we have studied some fractional values of percentage and some application of those values in terms of successive change, effective percentage change, right? And today we are going to discuss a completely new dimension and completely different dimension of successive change, right? Here successive change will be helping you in compound interest also, right? And the questions, some of the questions that we have studied earlier also, I mean, we have discussed one question in mixtures and alligation topic where we were successively taking out pure milk from the container and we were pouring water in that place, right? So those type of questions we'll be discussing here and then we will be moving towards compound interest. And guys, let me tell you, this approach is going to be a very crucial one, right? So today's class will be actually a very crucial one, right? So guys, let's start with the concept first. This concept we have already discussed in the topic of mixtures and alligation, right? Those who have not watched that video, please watch that video so that you will get, you will get to familiar with this topic or this concept. See, here the concept says if a container contains pure milk or some liquid, right, pure liquid, and where Y units has been taken out and replaced by water, and the same operation has been performed multiple times, right? So obviously after each such operation the quantity of pure liquid is getting reduced, right? So after n such operations the quantity of pure liquid in the container will be this, right everybody? So this we have already discussed in the topic of mixtures and alligation, right? Let's discuss one question based on it, everybody? Fine? So let's discuss one question based on it, sorry. Let's discuss one question based on it, just read that question guys. This question we have solved in mixtures and alligation topic, hope you remember that. Just read that question, all of you, just read that question. Yes, all of you don't solve it. No, please guys, don't solve it. There is no need to solve this question. Actually, we have solved it already. So why to solve it again and again, right? There is no need to solve it. So what we have did over there, here, a container contains X units of pure liquid. This is the value of X. From that, Y units has been taken out and the same quantity is replaced by water and this operation has been performed some 2-3 times more, right? So the quantity of the pure milk after 3 such operations, so X, the formula says X into 1 minus Y by X raised to the power n. Guys, this is the formula, fine, that you have just studied. So here, if you put the values, so this is 40, 1 minus 4 by 40 raised to the power what? 3. Guys, the total operation is performed 3 times. Why? Because it was done once and then it was it was repeated 2 more times. Okay. So here 40 into 1 minus, so this is 1 by 10. Okay. So 40 into 1 minus 1 by 10 raised to the power 3. So everybody, this is 40. 1 minus 1 by 10 means what? 9 by 10 raised to the power 3. Okay. So everyone, I'm doing it here. So this is 40. 9 cube is what? 729 and this is divided by 1000. Correct? So here this is 40 into 729, I'm just writing at 72.9 divided by 100. Guys, can I write this expression like this? Okay with this everyone, right? After that I'm not doing anything, right? I'm just leaving it here. And now please try to understand what is actually happening. Huh? See, all of you, just try to understand what is actually happening over here. See, all of you, suppose that initially what was there? Yeah. Initially means, let's say it is initially, right? It is after one operation, it is after two operations, it is after three operations and so on. Fine. After one operation, after two operation, and this was milk and this was water. Guys, initially amount of milk in the container was 40 liter and water was 0. Correct? Just look at the question. From a container that contains 40 liters of pure milk. So here only milk is there, water content is 0. Right? So initially, I'm just changing the color of the pen so that you can just differentiate. This is 40 and this is 0. Guys, initially this was the situation. Yes or no? Yes. After first operation, what happened? 4 liter milk has been taken out and it was replaced by water. It means now we have 36 liters of milk and 4 liters of water in the container after first operation. Guys, it is clear, right? So here 4 liters of milk has been taken out and it was replaced by water. So now we have 36 liters of milk and 4 liters of water. Everybody, it is clear? Acha. Now friends, this is what? This is now a mixture. It was pure milk here. Here it is a mixture of milk and water where the ratio of milk is to water is 9:1. Everybody, the ratio of milk is to water is 9:1, right? Now, after that, we will take out 4 liters from this mixture, right? So, this mixture is actually 9:1, right? So, when you take out something from this mixture, so that will come out in the ratio 9:1, right? So, what are you taking out? You are taking out 4 liters from this mixture, guys, right? So, if 4 liters will be coming in the ratio 9:1, so this will be like this. Just think on it, everyone, right? This is 9, this is 1, right? So, now 3.6 liters is subtracted from this and 0.4 liters will be subtracted from this, guys. Huh? Now, everyone, just think on it. Just think on it. What actually are we doing? Here this 4 is what percent with respect to 40? Here this 4 is what percent with respect to 40? 10%, everyone. Right? So water is reduced by milk is reduced by 10% here. Right? Now just look at this value. 3.6. This is what percent with respect to 36? Again 10. Right? So guys, in these type of questions, initially if you have subtracted the pure milk or the pure quantity of liquid, initially if you have subtracted the pure milk or reduced the pure milk by 10%, then after each operation it will be reduced by 10%, 10%, 10% only. Right? So this is what? This is just a successive change, the successive decrement of 10%, 10%, 10%. Everybody, it is clear? Now friends, you just tell me, after 3 such decrement, if initial value is 100%, then after 3 decrements, like first decrement it will become 90%, then it become 81%, then it will become 72.9%. Guys, yesterday we have discussed this, yes or no? Right? So if initial milk was 100%, then after 3 such operations, after 3 reduction of 10%, 10%, 10%, it is now become 72.9% of the actual quantity. Right? Guys, what is this? Right? This is 72.9% of 40. Yes or no? Everybody, it is clear? And now, the process that we are using yesterday, right? The process that we were using yesterday, here, just look at the relationship between 40 and 4. Guys, this is 1/10 of this, right? And 3 operations of 10%, 10%, 10% is being done. So assume this, initially if it is 100, right? Sorry, 10, because 1/10 is, you are taking 1/10, right? So assume initially if it is 10, so 10 will become what? 9. After reducing 10%, it will become 9. And the operation is being performed 3 times. So 10, 10, 9, 10, 9. So actually, if initial value you assume as 1000 liter, then final value will become 729 liters. Or it is nothing but the 72.9% of the actual value. Guys, yes or no? Right? Everybody clear? Fine. So in these type of questions, suppose that in the examination, how they will ask the question, let me tell you. In the examination, suppose that, guys, this is what? This is milk actually, right? This is initial milk and this is final milk, right? Everyone? This is initial quantity of milk, right? And this is final quantity of milk. So initial quantity of milk was 1000 liter and final quantity of milk is 729 liters. And suppose that if I ask you the question, after 3 such operations, what is the ratio of milk and water in the container, in this container? What is the ratio of milk and water in this container? So everybody, if I ask you what is the ratio of milk and water in this container, so see, the thing is, all the time you are making it 1000 liter, 1000 liter, 1000 liter, right? So where 729 is milk. So it means the rest part, which is 271 is water. So after 3 such operations, milk will be this and water will be this. This type of questions are being asked in the examination. Guys, are you getting it or not? Just by looking at the question, you can tell me the answer. वैसे ही क्वेश्चंस आएंगे, मैं भी दिखाता हूँ आपको.
बट सर इसको सॉल्व करने के लिए 3 मेथड है. तो सर ये वाला
यस यस
ये वाला एक सर ये सर
यस यस वेरी गुड.
हम कौन सा
आपको जो सबसे जल्दी लग रहा है आप वो कर दीजिए. हाँ बस ठीक है, हो राइट. मैं आपको बताता हूँ, आप सबसे पहले इसको यूज करिए. उसका रीजन बताता हूँ. उसका रीजन ये है कि समटाइम्स इन द क्वेश्चन it will be given as 1 by 15 also. It will be given as 1 by 10 also. It will be given as, let's say, 1 by 6 also. Then all the time, you don't know the corresponding of this value, right? आप समझ पा रहे हैं? जैसे 10% के 3 successive decrement is equivalent to 27.1% का decrement, or the initial, I mean the final quantity becomes 72.9% of itself. That you know. But suppose that the decrement is of 16%, then what? Of 3 times. Then you don't know. Then this process will be helpful in that case. Getting it everyone? Right? And I'll show you the question. आपको question try नहीं करना है. आप सिर्फ इसको अगर note करना चाहते हैं तो note करिए. Right everyone? If you want to write it down, you please write it down. ठीक है? And इसके बाद मैं आपको बताता हूँ कि questions कैसे किए जाएंगे एग्जाम में. Just by looking at the question, you will tell me the answer, and you guys will tell the answer. Don't worry. Right? You please write it down. Yes, everyone done? No? Vim, it's fine. Pandey ji, done? Pakka? Ayan? Harsh? Shirik?
इस वाले में जो कन्वेंशनल मेथड है,
हाँ.
इसमें सर जो आंसर आता है वो क्या होता है?
इसमें क्वेश्चन क्या है ये बताओ. क्वेश्चन स्टेटमेंट क्या है? फाइनल क्वेश्चन स्टेटमेंट.
प्योर
प्योर
मिल्क.
मिल्क आफ्टर 3 ऑपरेशंस. तो इसमें जो निकल के आएगा वो निकल के आएगा प्योर मिल्क आफ्टर 3 ऑपरेशंस. इसकी वैल्यू क्या आएगी मैं ये भी बता देता हूँ. इसकी जो फाइनल वैल्यू होगी वो होगी, देखिए इधर फाइनल आंसर इज 29.16 लीटर. ठीक है. इसको जो आप कैलकुलेट करोगे ना क्योंकि 729 into 4 होता है 2916. This I know. 729 into 4 is 2916. So this will become 29.16 liters. The final answer is 29.16 liters.
और सर इन दोनों में जो निकल के आएगा
वही आंसर आएगा. आंसर देखिए, एक बात समझिए, एक क्वेश्चन को आप 20 प्रोसेस से सॉल्व करिए, आंसर सबका सेम आएगा.
बट सर
इस वाले का ये क्वेश्चन अलग है ना. ये क्वेश्चन ये है कि फाइनली मिल्क और वाटर का रेशियो क्या हो गया है. ये क्वेश्चन ये नहीं है कि मिल्क कितना रह गया है, राइट? यहां पे जब आप निकालेंगे तो 29.16 आ जाएगा. ठीक, गेटिंग इट? एवरीबॉडी फाइन?
कन्वेंशनल मेथड से करना होता और रेशियो निकालना होता.
कन्वेंशनल मेथड से थोड़ा लेंदी होगा, लेकिन अभी मैं आपको एक दूसरे क्वेश्चन पे लेके आता हूं. अभी यू विल सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन. यू विल सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन वेरी सून, राइट? जस्ट देखते ही आप सॉल्व कर देंगे. ओके, ऑल ऑफ यू शैल वी मूव नाउ? हाँ, ओके. देखिए एवरीबॉडी, शैल वी कम टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन? ऑल ऑफ यू? Guys, this is CSAT 2020 question. Everyone, you don't need to solve this question. Put down the pen, all of you. Pen रखिए, रख दीजिए. Just read it, right? Just read this question. Everyone, just read this question. Everyone, have you read this question? Now you don't need to solve this. Who will explain me the story of the question? Mimi, will you tell the story of the question? Yes, please tell. You just read the question, don't worry.
A bottle contains 20 liters of liquid A.
So
4 liters of this liquid A is
taken out and
is replaced by liquid B.
okay, guys, don't write anything.
Again, then the 4 liters of the mixture is taken out and replaced by the same quantity of liquid B.
Okay.
So, question is asking what is the ratio of quantity of liquid A to that of liquid B, the final mixture.
Okay. Can you relate this question with the previous one?
Yes.
Right? See guys, in the last question, liquid A was milk and liquid B was water. Just read it. Yes or no? Right. In the last question, liquid A was milk and liquid B was water. So in this question, they didn't write milk and water, they just write liquid A and liquid B. Ayan, are you okay? Okay, sit. So they have just written liquid A and liquid A and liquid B. Correct? So guys, just tell me one thing. A bottle contains 20 liters of liquid A. 4 liters of liquid A is taken out and replaced with water. Guys, 4 liters with respect to 20 is what? 1 by 5. Right? So initial quantity we will assume as 5, right? Initial quantity we will assume as 5 and final quantity will become what? 1/5 of this will be taken out, so it will be reduced by 1/5, so it will be reduced by 1, so final will become 4. Everybody, yes or no? Now just tell me how many times the operation is being performed? All of you, how many times the operation is being performed? Just read the question.
2 times.
All of you, the operation is being performed 2 times, initially once and then it was repeated once. Now total 2 times, so I can do the square of this, yes or no, all of you? Or initial final, you can do 5 4 and 5 4 and multiply it. So this is nothing but the finding square of this, right? So guys, this is 25 and this is 16. Everyone, yes or no? So initially the water was 25 Now the water is 16. But what are you doing? Are you doing every time you are filling the container to the brim, right? So in this container, the entire container will be filled. So total quantity of the milk or the liquid in the container will be 25 only. So if it is 16 is milk, then rest is water. So 16 plus 9 is 25. Everybody getting it or not? Right? So guys, this is the answer. Right? So just by looking at the question, you can tell the answer.
So how will we calculate 4 liters to 20 liters?
See, like 20, so this is 1/5, right? So you are reducing 1/5. So just assume the initial quantity as 5 because the ratio will be 5:4, right? Everybody, it is clear now. ये बात आप समझ, हाँ प्लीज। 10 अगर करेंगे तो ये 8 हो जाएगा ना, क्योंकि 20% आप रिड्यूस कर रहे हैं। तो फिर 10 8 को 5:4 ही बनेगा ना वो फाइनली। भाई फाइनल रेशियो क्या बनेगा? 5:4 ही बनेगा, राइट? क्लियर ऑल ऑफ यू? ये बात आपको समझ में आई है कि नहीं आई है? ये आपको कहीं नहीं दिया जाएगा, कहीं नहीं कोई बताएगा, ये आपको सिर्फ अनजिस्ट में बताया जाएगा। आप बात समझो, ये जो है ना, ये जो 16 है, ये 16 उसमें फाइनल ए रह गया है 16 लीटर, लेकिन बार बार जब आप उसको ऊपर तक भर दे रहे हो तो वो दिखेगा तो 25। अब उसमें 25 में से 16 लीटर ए है, तो बाकी का बचा क्या? बाकी का जो 9 लीटर है वो बी है। तो ये पूछ रहे हैं कि ए और बी का रेशियो क्या होगा आफ्टर 2 ऑपरेशंस, राइट? एवरीबॉडी, यू जस्ट रीड द क्वेश्चन केयरफुली, एवरीथिंग वुड बी क्लियर टू यू। एंड मैं आपसे इसीलिए कहता हूँ कि आप क्वेश्चन बोलिए जरा, मुझे बताइए जरा, राइट? क्योंकि जब आप एक चीज डिस्कस कर लोगे ना तो आपको हमेशा के लिए याद हो जाएगी, राइट? प्रोवाइडेड यू शुड बी अंडरस्टैंडिंग इट क्लियरली, राइट? उसके बाद जब आप डिस्कस करेंगे तब मजा आएगा, राइट? किसी चीज को मतलब समझने का सबसे अच्छा तरीका है कि उसको अपने फ्रेंड्स को आप एक्सप्लेन कर दीजिए, किसी को पढ़ा दीजिए, राइट? तो इसीलिए मैं कहता हूँ जस्ट टेल मी द स्टोरी ऑफ द क्वेश्चन, राइट, इन योर इजी वर्ड्स। वैशाली, एनी डाउट? श्योर? पक्का? कंफर्टेबल? और समथिंग इज देयर इन योर हेड? व्हाट? हाँ हाँ प्लीज। हाँ ओके, हाँ प्लीज।
4 liters now.
हाँ,
I'm getting
see in the last question what was there? 40 liter, 40 liter and 4 liter. So 4 was 1/10 with respect to 40,
Yeah.
right? So we had assumed 10 and 10 became 9. So initial and final. So in that question the operation was performed thrice. So like we had done power 3. So that was like 1729. Right? Just look at this. So in this question, like this is 1/5 of this. So we will start with 5 and 5 will become 4 since the operation is being performed 2 times. So power 2, so 25 and 16. So initially the water content was 25 liter or liquid A was 25 liter and finally liquid A reduced to 16 liters. But every time you are filling the content to its brim, I mean the container to its brim, right? So if it is 16, then overall it will be 25 only. So if 16 is A, then what is B? Then rest part is B. Rest part is 9 liters, right?
So sir, in this method we go with respect of the whole liquid, and in that method we go milk and water differently. In that where we are.
See, the thing is, in the last question, what they have asked? They have asked how much pure liquid will be left in the container after 3 operations. In this question, they have asked what is the ratio of milk and water after 2 operations. Just look at the question. If they would have asked the same question, what was the quantity of pure milk, what will be the quantity of pure milk in the container now after 2 operations, suppose that, then the answer would be 16. They are not asking this, they are asking in the last questions, suppose that in this question, if they ask the same question, what is the ratio of milk and water after 3 such operations? So this will be the answer. right? That's why I always focus like what is the final question statement, right? Just look at the final question statement in the last one, right? So guys, UPSC has asked this question in 2020, and let me tell you, we will tell one question from this topic. आप एक बार इसको कर लीजिए. Everybody, it is clear.
Yes.
बात समझ में आ रही है आपको? हाँ, sharing. Yes, you were asking something. Yeah.
How many questions can we expect?
Huh?
Percentage.
Percentage. Last time there was 4 questions in 24. Not pakka. A pakka UPSC is highly unpredictable. Nobody can predict. Like see, देखिए, वो 10 से वो उन्होंने permutation combination के 10 क्वेश्चन पूछे 23 में और इस बार 0 कर दिया. तो वो 10 से 0 पे आ सकते हैं भाई. Right.
And I have done so much permutation.
Right. तो वो 10 से 0 पे भी आ सकते हैं. तो you are getting it. तो it is highly unpredictable. आप कुछ नहीं कह सकते, मैं भी कुछ नहीं कह सकता हूँ. हम क्या कर सकते हैं? हम सिर्फ पढ़ाई कर सकते हैं जो हमारे कंट्रोल में है, बस. तो जस्ट डू दैट, राइट. एंड इसीलिए उसको पढ़ने के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा आप मेहनत कम करें, आप दिमाग ज़्यादा चलाएं, राइट. यस, लेकिन इसके लिए भी मेहनत चाहिए होगी. मेहनत कम करने के लिए भी मेहनत पहले करनी पड़ेगी गाइस, ये आप समझ लीजिए, राइट. तो एनीवेज, शैल वी मूव? ओके, चलिए. Yes, guys, can you tell me the answer just by looking at the question? Who will tell me the answer just by looking at the question? Yes, all of you.
Sir, 25 is to 11.
Guys, don't write anything. No, don't write. नहीं, कोई बात नहीं, हो जाने दीजिए. हो जाने दीजिए गलत. करिए, गलतियां करिए जिंदगी में. Yes. Yes, all of you.
36.
What? D. 2511. Okay. Ayan, what's the answer? Vimi, you need to explain how you are getting D option. Yes. No problem. What? Don't. Yeah. 4 by 24 is 1 by 6. Good. Then initial value will be considered as 6. Then 6 will be like reduced to 5. So 6, 5, and then 2 times operation is being done. So the powers will be 2. So 36 will become 25. Very good. See guys, 6. Why? Because this is 1/6 with respect to this, right? So initial quantity you will assume as 6 and it will become 5 after the reduction of 1/6 of it. Fine. Since 2 time operation is being done, so this is 36. So initially it was 36 and finally it is 25, right? And since all the time you are filling it to the brim, so obviously 25 is like milk, then rest part is water. So this is 25 is to 11. Guys, it is clear? Because it has to be, the sum has to be 36 all the time. Right? That's why. So this is the answer. Guys, it is clear now. Right? So how simple the question is. Right? So in the examination, you just have to tell the answer just by looking at the question. Provided you should understood it clearly. Right? Okay. Akram is sitting online. Akram. All right. Akram, what happened to you? Is everything fine? We all are missing you, Akram. Yes, guys. So friends, it is clear. Hope it is clear, right? Okay, that's very good. I mean, you guys are telling the answer just by looking at the question. That is really great. That's really great. Yep. Shall we move now? Okay. Guys, any confusion? Any query? Huh? Done?
Sir, this type we can only do when it is repeated 2 times. If it is repeated 3 times, then we will do the formula or
See, number of times will come over here. If they have done 4 times, then it will be power 4. Right? Number of times will be coming to here in the power. That's it. If it is 2 times, then it will be square. 3 times cube, 4 times power 4, 5 times power 5. That's it. And guys, let me tell you, मैं आपको एक क्वेश्चन दिखाऊं यूपीएससी ने जो पूछा, राइट? ठीक है, खोलिए जरा बुक खोलिए. Come to percentage PYQs. Come to percentage PYQs, guys. Everybody, question number 12, page number 200. Question number 12, page number 200. I am using a different color pen. Question number 10, page 200. This is CSAT, which year? 2017. Guys, what is the question? Just read the question for me. Who will explain me the question, guys? Oh, just read the question, Vaishali. 12th. I have written 10. I'm sorry. It is 12th. I'm really sorry, guys. This is question number 12. Yes, Vaishali, read the question, please.
If there is a policy that 1/3 of the population of a community has migrated every year from one place to some other place, what is the leftover population of that community after the 6th year?
Okay, very good, guys. See, all of you, they are saying 1/3. Fine. So, what initial value should I assume? 3. Okay. So, initially, I have assumed this as 3 and finally it will become what? 2. How many times the operation is being performed? 6 times, right? So, this is 3 raised to the power 6, this is 2 raised to the power 6. So, initial quantity was 3 raised to the power 6 and final quantity was 2 raised to the power 6. So, this was 729 and this was 64. Now, guys, look at the options. Just look at the options and tell me the answer. Done? Yes. Question is saying the leftover see guys, what is the leftover population, right? I mean, what fraction is left over actually, right? Because they have given the options in the fractions. 64 by 729, part of the population. Just read the options here. Right? Just read the options. Guys, it is clear.
So every time you have to minus 1 from the initial values.
Huh?
So
Why minus 1? See, if the initial value is 3, now 1/3 of this will be 1, right? So it will be reduced by 1/3. It means it will be reduced by 1. So it will, like 3 minus 1 will become 2. So initially if it is 3, then finally it is 2, right? Guys, okay now?
Yes, sir.
Clear? So just by looking at the question, you can tell the answer. Right? Getting it? Guys, fine? ठीक है? अच्छा मुझे बताइए, all of you, इधर देखिए. एक क्वांटिटी है जो वो 25%, 25%, 25% 3 टाइम्स रिड्यूस की जाती है. ठीक? अपनी ओरिजिनल क्वांटिटी का कितना रह जाएगी? If I reduced some quantity by 25%, 25%, 25% 3 times, then finally it is what fraction of the original part? What fraction of the original quantity?
4 becomes 3. Then 4 cube,
Very good.
3 cubes,
Very good.
and then whatever is left.
Yes, 64 becomes 27. So this is 27 by 64th of the original quantity. See, all of you, देखिए, 25% means what? 1/4, correct? So 4 is assumed as the initial quantity, right? 4 becomes what? 3. Now, how many times I have done the operation? 3 times. So initially it was 64 and finally it remained 27. So actually it is 27 by 64 of its initial value now. Guys, clear? Everybody getting it? Any doubt? Friends, it is fine. Vim, it's fine. Pandey done? Right? Okay. And this question, they are almost similar. Right? Just look at the options. This is 64 by 729. Right? Guys, any doubt? No? Clear? Fine? See, questions are not at all tough. You just have to think the way it is required. Okay? Right? आपको करना वैसे ही जैसे उसकी ज़रूरत है, बस वो हो जाएगा. ठीक है? Vishali, you are so happy, huh? It's good, it's good. I mean, you are enjoying the concept, it's really good. You are stuck or what?
Yeah.
What? Just tell me, yeah.
No, I understood, but it's just waiting.
Okay, you're trying to assimilate? You're trying to assimilate the things?
The leftover is 27.
With respect to 64.
64, because 64 is...
So, if the question is what fraction is left over, suppose that.
That
So, 27 by 64 is left over. If suppose that they are asking what fraction is left over, so this 64 by 729 is left over. Right? Everybody clear with this?
So one will get confused the ratio and proportion and this percentage in the exam.
No. What is the confusion?
It's the ratio, so we might try to solve it through ratio and proportion.
See, the thing is, in these type of question, you just have to think logically, okay, what will be the ratio of the initial quantity and the final quantity? That's it, right? Though it is percentage, you are correct, but you just have to think in terms of the ratio proportion. Fine? Guys, it is fine. Everybody okay? Shall we move now? Alright. So guys, these type of questions are now comfortable with you. I mean, you guys are comfortable with this. Harsh, आपके पास book नहीं है क्या? Okay, आप अयान के साथ बैठ जाओ ना. हाँ, अयान just इनको share कर लो please. ठीक है, स्टार्ट करें गाइस. हाँ, ऑलराइट. चलिए. After that, guys, now successive change and compound interest. Right? Successive change and compound interest. Okay. So one more interesting use of successive change, guys. A very interesting use of successive change, a very interesting application of successive change is compound interest. Guys, what is compound interest? What is compound interest? Compound interest, I mean, do you know the difference between simple interest and compound interest, guys?
Yes.
What is the difference between simple interest and compound interest? Huh? Where your interest is very simple? Huh?
We calculate simple interest on the basis of same principle. Principle will be remain on.
When your interest is very simple, then it is simple interest, right?
Compound interest is
carry forward.
See, the thing is, guys, let me tell you. देखिए, suppose that principal is 100 rupees, rate of interest is 10%, right? So, if I talk about SI and if I talk about CI, fine. So, initially if it is 100, this is also 100, right? And now, this is initial time, huh? After 1 year, now if the rate of interest is 10%, then after 1 year this will become what? 110. And this will become what? 110, right? After 2 years, this will become 120. But you know what? This will increased by 10%. This value will be increased by 10%, right? Actually, in simple interest, principal remains same always. But in compound interest, last amount is treated as the principal for next term, right? So here this value will be increased by 10%, so this will become 121. Now after 3 years, this will become 130, but this value will increase by 10% now, so this will become 133.1. Guys, getting it? This we have studied yesterday in the successive change concept. Guys, clear? So this is compound interest, this is simple interest. And let me tell you, in simple interest, guys, if you think about it, this is what? If you think about this series is arithmetic progression actually. Yes or no? In arithmetic progression, the difference between two consecutive terms is always same. And what about this series, guys? This series is geometric progression. Why? Because in geometric progression, the ratio between two corresponding terms is always same. I mean, two consecutive terms is always same. Right? So, in simple interest, the principal moves in AP, and in compound interest, the principal moves in GP. As it is clear. And this is the scheme. Everybody fine now? Right? Okay. So, and let me tell you one more interesting fact. Guys, we just have studied one formula, right? We just have studied one formula. And the formula was what? The formula was x into 1 minus y by x raised to the power n. Everybody, yes or no? Right? So this formula was representing what? This formula was representing the quantity of pure milk in the container after n operations. I repeat, this formula was representing the quantity of pure liquid in the container after n operations. Guys, clear? Now, just relate this concept with compound interest. What is the formula for compound interest? The formula for compound interest is A is equal to P. A is equal to A for what? Amount. P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to the power T. T stands for time. Time in years. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year, right? So guys, in this question and in this question, see, this was the leftover, right? Amount is what, guys? Do you know what is amount?
Principal interest plus principal plus interest.
Yes, amount is principal plus interest. Fine. So almost this is initial and this is final. Guys, yes or no? Right. And here, this is initial and this is final, and here the final is something. So final and initial. Right. So this is final and this is initial. Right. So here the things are decreasing all the time actually. Right. So that's why the minus is there, and here it is increasing all the time. That's why plus is there. The only difference is minus and plus, because here we are reducing something because we are taking water out. And here we will be adding something. Getting it, everyone? So both the things are connected. Just look at this. And when you understood this formula carefully, then all the concepts are deriving from this formula itself. Or like this is coming from your thinking. And let me tell you, with the help of this formula, what we can do in the case of compound interest. Right? Now guys, just look at this and just tell me one thing. इधर देखिए जरा, everyone, इधर देखिए जरा. Suppose that guys, I just take this, right? This formula says what? A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to the power T. Fine? Clear? What we have assumed R as 10 and P as 100. Fine? So, and let's say T is 2 years or 3 years or 4 years and so on, right? So guys, A is to P. This is 1 plus 10 by 100. Let's say the time is 2 years, for example. Fine? Okay? Right? So 1 by 10, I mean this becomes 1 by 10, and 1 by 10 plus 1 will become 11 by 10. Right? So A by P will be equal to 11 by 10. Guys, we all are doing this is, I mean why? Because we assume initial quantity, if this is 10%, 10% is 1 by 10, right? So we assume the initial as 10 and final as 11, correct? Right? So after 1 year, this is 10 is to 11, and now if this is 2 years, then this will become power 2. Right? So after 2 years, what do? We just make it a square. After 3 years, this will become cube. After 3 years, we just make it cube here. यही तो कर रहे हैं ना अपनी देर से. Clear, everybody?
Yes.
Right? So please note it down, and in these type of questions, you just check what is rate of interest is given. So rate of interest you will write as 1 by something, and this part will be treated as the principal. Guys, इधर देखिए जरा, इधर देखिए. So in the questions, what we need to do, if R is equal to 10% per annum, so this is 1 by 10, right? So here assume this as principal. So if this is principal, so 1 by 10 of this will be this. So this will be interest, right? So this will be the principal and the interest will be 10 plus 1, which is 11. Guys, getting it or not? Right, everybody? Everyone, fine. Please note it down. Everything, each and every word is important in this page. हाँ, देखिए, अगर आपको इंटरेस्ट फाइंड करना है तो टेक द डिफरेंस. लाइक वो तो क्वेश्चन के डिमांड पे डिपेंड करेगा. उन्होंने इंटरेस्ट पूछा है कि अमाउंट पूछा है, क्या पूछा है, राइट? यस एवरीबॉडी, इट इज क्लियर नाउ. You actually have to understand what is compound interest, right? And what is simple interest and how they are different from each other. Guys, any confusion in this? Any doubt in this? Anything that you want to discuss to make it more clearer?
So there we calculated the leftover, right?
See this, actually there we were taking out something, right? And this is what, we have put something in the bank which is getting like multifold all the time. I mean, not multifold, which is increasing all the time. Which is increasing all the time because we are getting interest, what we have deposited. So it will be increasing. So that's why it is plus. Right? See, देखिए, वहाँ पे initial and final में initial was more. But here initial and final में final will be more. Because it will be adding all the time. We are getting the interest on it, what we have deposited in the bank. Right? Clear? अब कुछ भी दे, हाँ कुछ भी दे दे यार, फ्रैक्शनल वैल्यू डालिए, निकालिए, खत्म करिए. अभी मैं आपको करके दिखाता हूँ. Right? Everybody getting it? So for these type of questions, you should be knowing about the squares. You should be knowing about the cubes. Right? Okay? All right. Done.
इस derivation का application
एप्लीकेशन पे आते हैं. डेरिवेशन में मजा आ रहा है आपको? मजा आ गया. एप्लीकेशन में और मजा आएगा, और मजा आएगा. राइट? इसी बात के पैसे हैं भाई. तो कहते हैं ना, इसी बात के पैसे हैं, वरना हम भी तुम्हारे जैसे हैं. Anyways, shall you move now? Yes. So guys, इधर देखिए जरा. देखिए. After that, guys, just look at this question. मुझे ये बताइए, what is this? This is 10%, right? Just read the question. (10% is 1/10, right? So what should I assume the principal? 10. Amount? Yes, this is interest. So amount is principal plus interest, which is 11, right? So guys, principal and interest, sorry, not interest, amount. So principal is 10, amount will be 11. Now everybody, here this is 1000, right? So this is actually 10 cube. So it should be cube, fine? So this is 10 cube is 1000 and this is 1331. Ho gaya, right? This means what? 3 years, right? This is the answer. Getting it, everyone? Right?
So why you do 10 in principal?
See, this is 10%, this is 1/10. So assume the principal as this value. So 1/10 of this will be the interest, which is 1 rupee. So amount will become 10 plus 1, which is 11 rupee. Getting it, everyone? Right? So
how to find out interest?
इंटरेस्ट, अरे यार प्रिंसिपल 10 है, ठीक, देखो प्रिंसिपल 10 है, अब इसका
प्रिंसिपल आ ही है ना रेट।
हाँ प्रिंसिपल इसका जो 1/10 करेंगे, मतलब जब इसका जो फ्रैक्शन वाला आई मीन जो डिनोमिनेटर पार्ट होगा उसको आप प्रिंसिपल एज्यूम करेंगे।
हाँ
ठीक है, अब समझ में आ गया। तो प्रिंसिपल आप 10 एज्यूम करेंगे।
हाँ
10 का 10% कितना होता है? 1 होता है। ठीक, राइट गाइज, एनी अदर डाउट, एनी अदर कंफ्यूजन फ्रेंड्स?
So if it was 20% then?
आते हैं उस पर, राइट। आप समय से तेज चल रही हैं, हाँ, ऐसा ना कर रही हैं। नहीं तो गिर सकते हैं आप। हाँ। एग्जैक्टली आते हैं उस पर आपको, राइट। यस, एवरीबॉडी क्लियर नाउ? हाँ, शैल वी मूव? ओके, नोट करिए प्लीज। Shall we move now, guys?
सर इसमें ईयर तो दिया नहीं है।
ईयर ही तो निकालना है यार, ये क्वेश्चन क्या है? ये क्या है? ईयर ही तो निकालना है मेरे भाई। बहुत बढ़िया। अच्छा देखिए, अगर मैं किसी दिन यहाँ बेहोश हो जाऊँ तो आप लोग मुझे रिसेप्शन पे दे आइएगा जाके। बाकी सब संभाल लेंगे वो लोग। हाँ ठीक है।
अच्छा सर, हमेशा ये मतलब अगर मुझे ईयर फाइंड आउट करना रहेगा तो सर ये हमेशा उसके मतलब जैसे 10 था।
देखिए जो पावर है ना, ये पावर रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है कि टाइम क्या है।
तो सर ये हमेशा उसके प्रोग्रेशन में रहेगा।
हमेशा रहेगा, हमेशा रहेगा। उसका रीज़न क्या है ना कि भाई 10 11 10 11 10 11, अब अगर 3 साल के लिए है, सो दिस विल बिकम 1331 एंड दिस विल बिकम 1000, करेक्ट? राइट, यही तो कल पढ़ रहे थे।
प्रोग्रेशन में
हमेशा रहेगा, राइट, हमेशा रहेगा। यही कॉन्सेप्ट है उसका, राइट, यही कॉन्सेप्ट है उसका। क्लियर? अच्छा चलिए, इसके बाद देखिए गाइस, लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। इसको देखिए, अब इसको आप करेंगे नहीं, इसको मैं करूंगा आपके लिए, ठीक है? मुझे बताइए, व्हाट इज दिस? 1/10? What should I assume the principal? 10. ठीक है guys, principal and amount. This is 10, this is what? 11. What is the time? 2 years. So this will be square. So this is 100 and this is 121. So guys, effective principal is 100 and amount is 21. Correct? Now, what will be the interest? The interest is 21, right? So guys, what we have assumed, the principal as 21, the amount as 121, and the principal we have got as 21, right? Question is saying the principal is what? 8,000, right everybody? So actually what we have assumed is 1/80 of the question's value. Getting it everyone? So actual question is 80 times of our assumption. Just think on it, right? So we have what we have found the interest as 21, right? So actual interest will be 21 into 80. 21 into 8 is 168. So this is the answer, guys. The interest is this. This is CI. Everybody clear with this, right? This is CI.
CI will always be greater than SI.
Huh?
CI will always be greater than SI.
For the first year, CI and SI would be same, right? And second year onwards, CI will be greater than SI. Yes, correct.
सर ये तो जो उतना बड़ा कैलकुलेशन
कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है उसकी, आप सिर्फ सोचिए और ख़त्म, राइट? एक टाइम ऐसा आ जाएगा जब आपको लिखना भी नहीं पड़ेगा। अपना टाइम आएगा, अपना टाइम आएगा, राइट? जब आप प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, राइट? ओके, चलिए, शैल वी मूव नाउ गाइस? हर्ष, आर यू कंफर्टेबल? हाँ, पक्का मजा आ रहा है? हाँ। दर्द में भी मुस्कुराना सीख लिया हमने। ऐसा क्या? ऑल राइट।
सर यानी रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट को हमेशा प्रिंसिपल मान लेंगे ना?
जो उसका डिनोमिनेटर है उसको।
सर रेट डिनोमिनेटर जो रेट ही रहेगा ना?
नहीं ऐसा नहीं। अब जैसे मान लीजिए, बात को समझिए, जैसे मान लीजिए अभी 20% होता, ठीक, तो 20% का मतलब होता है 1/5। तो अब यहाँ पे 5 को अज्यूम करना पड़ेगा आपको प्रिंसिपल, क्योंकि 5 का 1/5 होगा 1। आप समझ पा रहे हैं? तो इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूँ जो उसका डिनोमिनेटर पार्ट है उसको प्रिंसिपल अज्यूम करिए।
जो रेट का डिनोमिनेटर।
यस, ठीक है, ओके। सो ऑल ऑफ यू, लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। अच्छा, जल्दी करिए। नहीं, ये 10 पे किया है। ये आपके फ्रेंड ने क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया था तो उसको लिखा गया है, राइट? यस, एवरीबॉडी फाइन नाउ? Will you be feeling comfortable? Okay, will you tell the next question? Will you tell the answer for next question? Will try? Okay, that's great. That's great. Only you can try. Yes. हटाऊं? विशाल आपका हो गया?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So everyone, just look at this question, right? करना नहीं है आपको. मुझे बताइए 25. I mean, see, 4% is what, guys? 4% is 1/25. Correct? So here we will assume the principal as 25, right? So guys, the principal is 25. What will be amount? Guys, tell me what will be the amount? 26. Very good. Why? Because 1/25 of this value, 1/25 of this value will be 1.
ऐसा करना ही क्यों? मतलब जैसे पहले कर रहे थे 4% वैसे ही कर लेंगे।
4% मतलब
जैसे
4% का मतलब क्या होगा? 1/25 होगा ना?
वो करना ही नहीं, 4 ले लें।
किसको 4 ले लोगे?
जैसे 1/4 लिखेंगे
हाँ,
तो 4 को
अब 4 का 4% कितना होगा पता है आपको? 4 का 4% होगा कितना? 0.16। भाई 4 का, हाँ, 4 का 1% कितना होगा? सॉरी, आप समझ गए अब, राइट? जो भी डाउट आ रहा है उसको कर लीजिए, खुद से क्लियर हो जाएगा कि ऐसा क्यों है, राइट? ओके, अब देखिए गाइस, कितना टाइम है?
2 years.
2 years. स्क्वायर करिए, राइट? सो दिस विल बी 625, दिस विल बी 676। ये मैं आपको बता देता हूँ, राइट? 26 का स्क्वायर इज 676, ठीक है? ऑलराइट, नाउ गाइस, व्हाट इज योर कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट? 51 रुपीज, करेक्ट? हाउ? 51 रुपीज एवरीबडी। मुझे बताइए इन क्वेश्चन व्हाट इज द प्रिंसिपल, ऑल ऑफ यू इधर देखिए जरा। 2500. हाउ मेनी टाइम्स ऑफ दिस? 4 times, right? So 4 times will be the compound interest, that will be 204 rupees. This is CI, guys. ठीक है? Guys, it is clear? Clear everyone? Any doubt, friends? Any confusion? Any query to anybody? Done? आगे समझ में? You good, very good. Any doubt, friends? No? All right. ठीक है, चलिए, ठीक है, रुका हुआ हूँ। नेक्स्ट वाला नहीं करेंगे, सेम है, छोड़ देंगे उसको। यस गाइस, हो गया? वैशाली आपने नोट कर लिया? हाँ, ठीक है। आफ्टर दैट फ्रेंड्स, दिस क्वेश्चन इज ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर। इस पे आइए जरा, मुझे बस इतना बताएंगे, आपने ये जो क्वेश्चन पढ़ा इसका यहां से लेकर के यहां तक, व्हाट इज योर कंक्लूजन? जस्ट टेल मी। ओके, एनीथिंग एल्स? That is clearly written. I am asking something which is not written. Yes, guys. You just tell the first statement and tell me the meaning of this statement. something which is not written here, you have to
इससे हम प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट पता कर सकते हैं सर।
प्रिंसिपल फाइंड आउट किया जा सकता है। ठीक, वेरी गुड। प्रिंसिपल कितना होगा ये कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे? मुझे आंसर नहीं चाहिए, मुझे ये बताइए कैसे किया जाएगा।
सर
पहले ये बताइए सिंपल इंटरेस्ट की स्कीम क्या होती है? 1 ईयर में 5%, तो 2 ईयर्स में कितना? 10%। देखिए एवरीबडी, इसको समझिए जरूर। जैसे अभी थोड़ी देर पहले वी हैव टुक एन एग्जांपल, राइट? सो 100 बिकम 110, then it became 120, then it became 130. I mean, I'm talking about the simple interest, right? So guys, this is what? This is 10% of this 100. This is 20% of this 100. This is 30% of this 100. Getting it, everyone? Yes or no? Right? So here, this is what? This is rate of interest into time. Right? Rate of interest into time, and this much percent of the principal will be taken out. Getting it? So here rate of interest into time is 15% of the principal would be the simple interest. Getting it, everyone? भाई एक साल में 5%, I mean 5% in 1 year. So in 3 years the simple interest will become 15% of principal. Yes or no, guys? Right? Correct. Now question is saying if simple interest on a sum of money at 5% per annum for 3 years is 1200 rupees, right? So guys, मैं हटाऊं इसको? देखिए 5% into 3 is 15% of principal is equal to SI, right? Which is given as 1200 rupees. So 15% of principal is given as 1200 rupees, right? Guys, 15 and 1200 में क्या रिलेशन होता है? 15 and 120 में क्या रिलेशन होता है? Yes, 15 into 8. So this is actually what? This is into 80, right? So 100% of principal will be what? 80 times of this, which is 8,000. Everybody. So from this first statement, what you can conclude is here the principal is 8,000. This you can conclude, right? Which your friend told that like we can find the principal from this data. Everybody, it is clear, right? So just read the question in parts. ठीक है? अच्छा, ये clear हो गया? After that, the question is saying find the compound interest on the same sum. Same sum means 8,000. Find the compound interest on the same principal for the same period. Same period is 3 years at the same rate. At the same rate means 5%. Guys, getting it? Everybody got the question? Right? Now friends, let me tell you one value. 21 का जो क्यूब होता है which is 9261, ये मैं आपको बता देता हूँ एडवांस में, ठीक है? अब देखिए क्वेश्चन देखिए here the principal you will assume as what? Guys, 5% क्या होता है? 5% is 1 by 20. So principal you will assume as 20. Guys, clear? Right? Amount will be what? 21. Now 3 years. The question is talking about 3 years, right? So this is 8,000 and this is 9261. Sorry. This is 9261. Correct? So guys, the CI will be what? This is 1261. Correct? So everyone, now coincidentally, this is 8,000 only, right? So principal in the question is 8,000. So actually we are getting the first, I mean we are getting like just the same answer. So the answer is 1261. Correct, everybody? Right, friends, any doubt? No? It's a very good question, guys. Right? Please note it down. Yep. Yes, guys, those who are sitting online, everyone, those who are sitting online, guys, are you feeling comfortable? I can see some of you.
सर हम इसको सर ऐसे भी कर सकते थे ना सर
बोलिए।
कि सर 5% को हम 21/20 करके 1/20 21 करके क्यूब निकाल लेते हैं। मतलब ये पूरा कुछ करते हैं डायरेक्ट ये करते हैं और उसके बाद सर इसको क्रॉस चेक कर लेते जैसे 8000 हमारा
नहीं, मुझे एक बात बताइए, आपको ये कैसे पता चलता कि ये अच्छा ठीक है फिर लेकिन आपको 8000 ये वाला 8000 फिर आप कैसे मतलब वो करते हैं? जैसे ये तो ठीक है, आपकी बात समझ में आ गई मुझे
हाँ
कि हम ऐसा स्टार्टिंग में भी कर सकते हैं, बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं, बट नाउ विद विच वैल्यू यू विल कंपेयर दिस?
सर मैं फिर एक बार क्रॉस
क्वेश्चन का प्रिंसिपल क्या है ये आपको कैसे पता चलेगा? ये हमारा अज्यूम्ड प्रिंसिपल था,
बस यही पूछना हो तो डायरेक्ट ये कर सकते हैं।
ये कर सकते हैं,
हाँ।
बट ये चूंकि क्या है कि ये हमारा अज्यूम्ड प्रिंसिपल है।
हाँ।
अब क्वेश्चन का एक्चुअल प्रिंसिपल क्या है ये आपको तब तक नहीं पता चलेगा जब तक आप ये नहीं करेंगे, राइट? ठीक है।
So can you also explain that 5% into 3 is equal to 15% of the principal?
सी इस चीज को समझिए कि रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इनटू नंबर ऑफ इयर्स like will be some value, that much percentage of the principal will be the simple interest.
The amount added, the added to principal.
No, simple interest is something else and amount is something else. See, simple interest plus principal is equal to the amount, right? So if principal is 100 and this is 20, so amount is 120. So what you have written in your copy is actually amount. I mean 100 becomes 110, then 120. So these are the amounts. But here the principal is what? Principal is 20 rupees. And 20 came from where? 20 is actually 20% of 100. And 20 is coming, I mean 20% is coming 10% into 2. And 10% is the rate of interest and 2 is number of years. So rate of interest into number of years and that much percent of the principal will be simple interest. Got it? So here rate of interest into number of years, which is 15%, so that much percent of the principal is simple interest. So 15% of the principal is simple interest. So what is the principal? The principal is 8,000. Correct? Yep. Yes, everybody fine now? Huh? Clear? Right? So you just have to, you just have to be, I mean, basics अगर आपको पता है तो सब कुछ हो जाएगा कि सिंपल इंटरेस्ट होता क्या है, स्कीमा क्या होता है, I mean, करते क्या है उसमें, राइट? दैट्स इट. अगर ये पता है तो क्वेश्चन हो जाएंगे, ये नहीं पता है तो फिर परेशान हो जाएंगे, राइट?
इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड हो जाता है, एक्स मानना पड़ता है।
अरे एक्स
Real life base.
ये एक्चुअली बहुत एंड यू नो ऐसे ही लोग फेसबुक पे पहले अपडेट करते थे, इट्स कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, यू नो. यस गाइस, now just look at the question, guys. Everyone, don't solve it. Now you please tell me 16 2/3 is what? This is 1/6. ठीक है. So guys, principal I'll assume as 6, amount will be what? 7. Number of years? Power 2, right? So 36 becomes 49. See guys, the effective principal is 36 and amount is 49. So what is compound interest? 13. Question is saying the compound interest is 650. So guys, this is 50 times of this, right? So what is the principal? Principal they are asking, so this into 50 will be the answer. 36 into 5 is 180, so this is 1800. Principal is 1800 rupees. Guys, getting it? Right? Simple, very simple guys. Right? ठीक है? एक बार घर जाके बस इसको देख लीजिएगा आप, मैं आपको बता दूं. Akram has written, sir, please ask Pandey to get over X. Okay. Shall we move now, guys? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All of you. हटाऊं इसे?
एक मिनट।
अच्छा, ठीक है. Shall we move now, everybody? हाँ, shall we move now? हाँ, okay. मुझे बताइए जरा, इसको देखिए guys. What is this, everyone? What is this? 1 by 15. Very good. All of you, this is 1 by 15. So principal we will assume as 15 and amount will be 16, right? Time is 2 years, so this will be 15 square and 16 square. So this is 225 and this is 256. What is this? 51. CI is 51, guys. Now what is the question? The question is saying, ये क्या है? ये amount है? ये क्या? Amount. Okay. So this is given as 1024. Guys, 1024 is how many times of this? This is 4 times, right? So 4 times of this will be the principal, which is 900. Everybody, the principal is 900 rupees. ये 51 लिखा हुआ है. This is not SI, right? ये 51 लिखा हुआ है. Yeah. आप देख रहे हैं एक बार अप्रोच क्लियर हुई, अब क्वेश्चन कितने सिंपल हो गए देख रहे हैं आप, राइट? बट यस, फ्रैक्शनल वैल्यूज में यू शुड बी वेरी मच कंफर्टेबल, राइट? ठीक है, ऑलराइट, ओके, चलिए जरा shall we move now? Okay, all of you. देखिए जरा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Guys, just read this question. This is an exam material question, let me tell you, right? This is an exam material question because this question is trying to talk about the basics of simple interest and compound interest, right? And Shirin, one question you have asked, what is the difference, I mean, from second year onwards. So this is a very good question of your type, I mean, the application of that part, which you have discussed. See, all of you, just look at this. Question is saying SI and CI on a certain sum for 2 years is 40 and 41 respectively. Then find the principal and the rate of interest. Right? You just tell me one thing, guys. SI and CI. ठीक है? मुझे ये बताइए जरा. If let's say we have 100 rupees, right? And rate of interest, let's say 10%. Huh? Let's say the rate of interest is 10%. So मैं अभी यहाँ पे कर देता हूँ इसको थोड़ी देर के लिए. So let's say the principal is 100. Huh? So in first year, the SI is 10 rupee and the CI is also 10 rupee. In second year, SI is 10 rupee, but CI will be what? 11 rupee. Why? Because 100 becomes 110, then it will become 121. Right? It means this was increased by 11 actually. Huh? Everybody clear? This we have discussed several times, right? Clear? मुझे ये बताइए जरा, ये क्या है? आपको पता है ये क्या है? ये 11 जो है ना, ये actually 10 plus 1 है. ठीक? This is actually 10 plus 1, and from where this 1 has come, this 1 is actually 10% of this. That's why compound interest is known as interest on interest. You might have heard this term, interest on interest. So this 1, actually see, this 10%, I mean this 10 is actually 10% of this. This 10 is 10% of this. This 10 is 10% of this, and this 10 is also 10% of this. But this 1 is 10% of this, and this is added here. Getting it, everyone? Right? Similarly, now just talk about your original question. I'm just changing a different color. SI and CI. Guys, here SI for 2 years is 40, which means SI for 1 year is 20. And for second year also it is 20, because SI remains same for every year. Right? So for first year it is 20, second year also it is 20. First year CI is 20, second year CI becomes what? 21. 21 means this, right? So guys, from where this 1 came?
20
Yes, आपको ये निकालना है, पता है क्या निकालना है? This 1 is what percentage of 20? Yes, this 1 is 5% of 20 and 5% is the rate of interest. Getting it everyone? Right? So R is equal to 5% and friends, this is 10% of the principal, correct? So this is R percent of the principal. So this is 5% of the principals. 5% of some value is 20, then that value will be what? 400. Because 1% is equal to 4, then 100% is equal to 400. Guys, getting it? So you just have to go to basics of compound interest and simple interest. कुछ नहीं करना है guys, कोई maths नहीं है, सब कुछ solve हो जाएगा. Everybody getting it or not?
So 1% of 20 is 5.
See, 20 का 10% कितना होगा? 2 होगा. 10% of 20 would be 2. So half of that could be 5%. 2 का half is 1. Right? Or you can say 1 by 20 into 100. So this is 5. Right? Okay? Guys, it is clear now? Oh, fine. Any doubt, friends? So this is a very exam material question. Nothing is to be done. You just should aware of it, you know. You should be aware of what is simple interest, what is compound interest, how does it function actually. That's it. Right? Vaishali, any doubt? No? Okay. Yes. Very good, guys. Shall we move? नहीं रुक जाओ, उसको देख लेते हैं कहाँ तक जा रहा है ये. बहुत नहीं, बस मुझे ये बताइए, बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन नहीं है. सिंपल क्वेश्चन. मुझे ये बताइएगा इसके, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन सिंपल इंटरेस्ट एंड कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट? So actually in first year there is no difference between simple interest and compound interest, right? So in 1 year there is no difference between simple interest and compound interest. Let's take the similar example that we have discussed earlier. Guys, SI and CI. So this is 10, this is also 10, this is 10, this is 10 plus 1, correct? This we have discussed earlier. Guys, just tell me, if I talk about principal, right? Just think on it. Principal, SI and CI, right? So R%, fine. R% of principal will be what? P into R by 100, guys. R% of principal will be what? P into R by 100. Yes? यही होगा ना? If you have to calculate 10% of something, देखिए. Like if you have to calculate 10% of this, so this into 10 by 100, correct? So now if I am trying to calculate R% of P, so P into R by 100 I need to do, right? So guys, this will be P into R by 100 for first year, and for second year this will be P into R by 100, correct? Right? Now in CI for first year this will be P into R by 100, ठीक है. For second year this will be P into R by 100 plus R% of this value. Everybody, yes or no? Right? R% of this value? देखिए, this is R% of principal. This is what? R% of this. Right? So this is R% of this. Getting it everyone? Right? जस्ट थिंक अबाउट द बेसिक्स कि कैसे होता है. हाँ, तो अब मुझे एक बात बताइए, R% of this will be what? PR by 100 into R by 100, yes or no? ठीक है. So guys, if I talk about difference between SI and CI, right? So here the difference will be 1, and here the difference will be this value. Yes or no, guys? Right? So the difference between SI and CI for 2 years will be this. Correct? I repeat, difference between SI and CI for 2 years will be this. Right? अब आपको लग रहा होगा ये बड़ी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड वैल्यू है, तो ऐसा नहीं है.
बट सर एक साल के लिए निकालने से सेकंड ईयर के लिए तो बस PR 100 होता है क्या?
मैं आता हूँ उस पर आता हूँ. सो गाइस, आपको लग रहा होगा कि ये बड़ी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड वैल्यू है, बट भाई ऐसा नहीं है. इट्स वेरी सिंपल. आप मुझे ये बताइए, यू जस्ट थिंक अबाउट इट कि ये क्या लिखा हुआ है. ये लिखा हुआ है P इंटू R² बाई 100 एंड बाई 100. ये ऐसे ही लिखा हुआ है कुछ, सोच के देखिए जरा. आई रिपीट, दिस इज P इंटू R² बाई 100 एंड बाई 100. गाइज यस और नो, बताइए. लिखा हुआ है ऐसे ही. इसको देखिए, दिस इज PR² बाई 100². सो दिस इज PR² बाई 100. ये नीचे आ जाएगा तो 100² हो जाएगा. इसका मतलब जानते हैं क्या है? दिस इज नथिंग बट R² बाई 100% ऑफ P. दिस इज R² बाई 100% ऑफ P. ये है कि नहीं ऐसा बताइए. राइट एवरीबडी. और इधर देखिए जरा, for 2 years the difference between SI and CI is R² by 100% of the principal. So 1% of principal. Principal was 100, we have assumed in this question. Hope you remember it. Right? Guys, getting it? So for 2 years, difference between SI and CI is R² by 100% of the principal. Right? For 2 years, difference between SI and CI is R² by 100% of the principal. बस ये होता है. Right? CI minus SI for 2 years. ओके एवरीवन, आप इतना नोट कर लीजिए बस. ठीक है, जल्दी से. Maybe are you getting it? Good. Yes guys, done. ठीक है, मुझे बताइए 2 years में what is the difference between SI and CI, which is R² by 100% of the principal. ठीक है, ये टर्म याद रखिएगा एवरीवन प्लीज. ठीक है, इधर देखिए जरा एवरीवन, इधर देखिए. मैं हटाऊं से? Yes, all of you. You just tell me this. Just read the question, guys. इधर देखिए, इधर देखिए. Put down your pens. Just read the question. Question is, what is the difference between SI and CI at the rate of 10% per annum for 2 years on this 5,000? Right? मुझे ये बताइए 2 years में SI and CI के बीच में डिफरेंस कितना होता है? R² by 100% of the principal. So R is given as 10. देखिए R is given as 10, right? So R square by 100% of principal will be equal to the difference between CI and SI, right? So 10 square by 100. 10 square means 100. 100 by 100 is 1%. 1% of principal. Principal is what? 5,000 का 1% कितना होता है? 50 rupees is the answer. Guys, just read the question. Right? Okay. Are you getting the logic, guys? Huh? You're getting the application also?
Yes, sir.
That's great. अरे रुक जाइए बस 2 क्वेश्चन और करेंगे, ठीक है? डिफरेंस वाला पार्ट कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं
सर डिफरेंस वाला पार्ट
बस। अरे एक क्वेश्चन थोड़ी नहीं, अरे इसमें एक ही क्वेश्चन है यार, मैं अरे उसको रहने दो फ्री कंटेंट में थोड़ा कम है यस गाइस, एवरीवन जस्ट बाय लुकिंग एट द क्वेश्चन टेल मी द आंसर। इधर देखिए जरा, अरे इधर देखिए और आंसर बताइए, पहले बाद में लिखिएगा, इधर देखिए।
सर 1% is equal to 631.
हाँ
63,000.
63100 is the answer, right? Just read the question, guys. भाई देखो यहाँ पे डिफरेंस होगा SI and CI के बीच में 1% of the principal. So 1% of the principal is given as this. The difference is already given, right? So 1% of the principal is given as this, right? So principal will be what? Principal will be 100 times of this, right? Guys, getting it?
Yes, sir.
आपको बात समझ में आ रही है, right? कितना सिंपल क्वेश्चन है गाइस। हाँ, see 1% is, let's say 1%, I mean 100, you need to find 100%, fine? So 100 is 100 times of 1, so you just have to do 100 times of this value, right? Correct?
तो क्वेश्चन नंबर कौन सा है?
बुक में क्वेश्चन नंबर SI-CI का डिफरेंस वाला उसमें मिल जाए। हाँ, अरे ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता, हो ही नहीं सकता है ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता, मैं बता बिकॉज मैं पहले क्वेश्चन उसमें डालता हूँ, उसके बाद उससे ये बनाता हूँ तो राइट। एनीवेज गाइस, इट इज क्लियर? ओके, अब बस आप मुझे प्रोसेस बता दीजिए, क्वेश्चन नहीं करना है, जस्ट टेल मी द प्रोसेस, जस्ट टेल मी द प्रोसेस। अब बस प्रोसेस गाइस, पुट ऑन ए पेन। नो, सॉल्व नहीं करेंगे, सॉल्व मैं कर दूंगा। सॉल्व करेंगे? अच्छा ठीक है, चलिए पांडे जी थोड़ा सा जिद पे आ गए हैं कि सॉल्व ही करेंगे, तो आप करिए। यस एवरीबॉडी, पहले मुझे बताइए प्रोसेस क्या है गाइस, करना नहीं है किसी को, यू जस्ट टेल मी द प्रोसेस। हाँ
मैंने प्रिंसिपल दे रहा था,
प्रिंसिपल दे दिया
सर।
हाँ
आर स्क्वायर अपन वो उन्होंने उनका डिफरेंस खुद दे दिया सर, जो भी 405 है।
ठीक है, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? सही है, बिल्कुल आप सही जा रहे हैं। हाँ ठीक है, वेरी गुड। क्वेश्चन पढ़िए गाइस, देखिए एवरीबॉडी, जैसे ही आप ये पढ़ते हैं ना, द डिफरेंस बिटवीन SI एंड CI ऑन अ सम फॉर 2 years, जैसे आपने इतना पढ़ा तो आप ये समझ लीजिए दिस इज R स्क्वायर बाई 100% ऑफ प्रिंसिपल। ठीक, सबसे पहले आपके दिमाग में ये बात आ जानी चाहिए, राइट? यू जस्ट थिंक अबाउट दिस जस्ट व्हाइल रीडिंग अबाउट इट, फाइन। So R square by 100% of the principal will be the difference between SI and CI for 2 years, right? Question is saying the difference is given as this, ठीक? And P is also given to you. So you just have to check this is what percent of this, and this will be same as R square by 100%. Huh? So 405 is what percentage of 180? I mean 1800. 18,000 है? ठीक है, so guys this is 45 into 4 and this is 45 into 9, so this is 2.25, right? So guys, r square by 100 is equal to 2.25. So r square is equal to 225. What is r? R is equal to 15% per annum. Guys, it is clear now, right? Okay. I think this is the last question for the day. Everybody clear with this? बात आपको समझ में आ रही है? Right? You just have to think about r square by 100% of the principal. For 2 years, the difference between SI and CI if they are talking about. Guys, any doubt? Right?
This is applicable only for 2 years.
Yes, only for 2 years.
3 years.
मैं पढ़ाने को तैयार हूँ. Right?
पढ़ने को तैयार
अब देख लीजिए, आप बात कर लीजिए इनसे. See guys, देखिए अभी तक 2 वाला केस भी यूपीएससी ने नहीं एक्सप्लोर किया है, राइट? इसलिए मैं 3 पे नहीं आ रहा हूँ अभी, राइट? तो 2 वाला ये है, ठीक है?
क्या पता पहले 3 वाला ये
तू से पहले
तू बड़े बड़े रह जाए.
नहीं, मैं करवा सकता हूँ, मुझे कोई दिक्कत नहीं, आप बोलिए.
फॉर्मूला बता दीजिएगा.
फॉर्मूला राइट. ओके. What? You can skip it, but the thing is, there is no advantage of skipping it. You just have to understand this, right? अच्छा प्लीज एक काम करिएगा, जस्ट ट्राई 1 or 2 questions based on it. वो अभी क्लियर हो जाएगा, राइट? Okay everyone, so ठीक है, that's all for today. And guys, this week we have class on Friday also, right? So this week and the next week also we have the classes on Fridays also, right? Okay everyone, thank you guys. Let's meet tomorrow at 10:30. Thank you everyone. Thank you.
जैसे ये जो चैप्टर आप पढ़ा रहे हैं इसके डाउट सेशंस कब होंगे?
अभी तुमको शेड्यूल